We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And even if you closed your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And it's time to close an exciting week of football here on Monday night. Good looking return here, and he's got room. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Love out of the shotgun. That one's complete over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Down the sideline inside the 40. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just a big voice up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Hit made by Josh Uche. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He's on the move. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 9. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go now.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go. Ready?
From the 35 on 2nd down. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars start off well to tie things 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
60 back. 60 back. Back 60. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Motion man sent left. 2nd and 10 now. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. Oh, try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun now for Love. Forced out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And that'll bring up second down. Love now to throw. Caught by Flowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They give it to him again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Back-to-back carries here. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Hits him on the in route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Pressure coming for Love. Hits his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Packers looking at 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They send a man in motion. The give here on second. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos.
Love. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now. Go.
To throw here on 1st down. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Edger and Cooper there to make this stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
From the 39. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a one-score game before halftime. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Rolling left, buying some time. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Love out of the shotgun. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. It was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll run for this. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Now on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. And the fake's not going to pay off as that winds up incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
They'll run here on 1st down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Here we go, set. Hey,
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Love looking to pass. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Love to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Cut near the goal line. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. On the return, here's Jones. Finds some space, he's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70, 10 for Wolf.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Finds McConkey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. ETN on the catch. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 25. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They are throwing it again. He finds McConkey. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Trying it right side with ETN. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set up.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. That one's out and cut on the right side. Touchdown, Jacksonville. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He'll take this at the 10. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down throw, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll run now on second down. He'll cobble together a yard there. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to third down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Only 1 quarter remains in our fight.
With the score, Packers.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Shotgun now for Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
Fourth down, here's Love. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The right call came in at the right time, give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now. Go.
A give now from the gun. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Second and 8. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Back to the well again. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. There's a give, left side. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Love now on third and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
On the return, here's Jones. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31.
Ready.
Hand off to the back. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 35 on second down. Wilson's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Tight end going in motion here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taking a deep shot here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Throwing on first down, Love. He's going to push one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. On the return, here's Jones. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
60 Bison, go!
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
15 yards on the play.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets this to McConkey. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther Warrior 70. Champ 60. Ready, ready?
Throwing now, off play action. Caught, nice gain left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Trying to set this up quick.
70 Lion.
ETN. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Quick throw left side complete. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's go.
It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
19 Lion. Stephanie.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Love from the gun. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Okay, break.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
One final shot here. Gets it to him on the screen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.